All right. So I'm going to say good rising, good rising, a good rising. I don't plan on being on here long, but just because I don't plan on that don't mean it ain't gonna happen. But the reason I'm saying that is because it's early, first and foremost. On top of that, y'all know I got a cute little baby. She could wake up at any moment. So yeah. And I had to come outside because I wanted to just be out here for a little bit. Anyways, so this live right here, this is going to be me talking about the womb healing and a few more experiences that I've had. Okay. I'm just reminiscing. I'm just recounting. Like I said, it's some experiences. Y'all, what is this bright ass spot right here? That look different from my natural contour. Okay. That look real different. Anyway, whatever. I hope this is going to find you guys doing well already. And when I say doing well, yes, I really do mean doing well, like even beyond what I'm about to say. But for the bare minimum, I do want to say that doing well, bare minimum, is if you woke up, if you have breath in your body, if you are not brain dead, you know what I mean, and you can function somewhat. This is what I'm speaking of. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start because you guys can come back and watch this at another time, if you want to. So with the womb healing. Now, this may not be the womb healing that some of you guys have read about, like where we are cleansing and things like this. This is not an experience like that one. This is an experience where, okay, so I already had talked to my boo thing about this, and I already told him that I planned on sharing my experiences, and they do include him. So, he gave me, I think he knows that I probably would have talked about it anyways, which is so sad because in a way it's like he didn't give me permission. But we talked about it, and he did, he understands why I'm sharing. Hey, Ray Ray. Hey, Ray Ray. He understands why I'm sharing, so he told me that I could share. So about this experience it's not just the dick, it's the dick and my womb and my vagina. Okay, it's both together. It's both together. Can't so for me, I was about to say you can't have one without the other, but that's a whole other topic. To me, you cannot have one without the other. So first I'm going to talk about an experience that I've had before. I was asking in the description, and I want you guys, if you're not ashamed or whatever, to talk to me. This is for the women right now because I only know about the experiences of women since I am one. And this may not be every woman's experience, but I'm just putting it out there. My question was in the description box, like, have you ever cried during sex? For me, I've personally cried during sex before. It is rare. It is very rare. I'm very emotional and very sensitive to spirit and energy anyways, but there are times that I can count that I've cried during sex. Okay. Excuse me, you guys. I'm outside, so anything may go down. But I've cried during sex before. And there have been a number of reasons that I have, like when I've thought about it, like when I've had time to either process it, either in that moment, or, well, actually, I'm going to say it's rare that I've ever processed it in the moment. Okay. I've always figured it out after the fact. So one of the times that I cried during sex, after I was able to sit with myself and go through my emotions and stuff like that, right? I found out that the reason I was crying at that particular time was because I knew that the connection was going to end. I could feel it ending. And it wasn't like the person and their sexual energy had changed. The dude was still putting it down. It was just obviously kind of like what he did. But I could tell that this wasn't going to last. So I cried. I could not put that into words though. I couldn't put it into words. It only came out through me crying. And to a degree, I was like having to release whatever fantasies or ideals that I had about the connection. And that was just during sex. Now, when we got up and we woke up and we walked around every day, we were in a relationship. So we were still together. But energetically speaking, I knew that wasn't going to last. And so I cried because of that. So I was mourning in a way. Another reason that I have cried during sex is because I could tell that my partner was having sex with me for himself. And let me tell you what I mean. And I mean, it was like only for him, if that makes sense. I understand that we all engage in sexual activity for ourselves, to a degree. However, there are some of us who actually consider pleasing our partners. And pleasing our partner, okay, is what actually pleases us, okay? So with that being said, my partner at the time, we were supposedly married. And you know what, now that I think about it, that's a whole other topic another day. But the other person I was supposedly, at least in a committed union with. And I'll say I was in a committed union, okay, with both people. Oh, right. I'm so glad that you think it is, girl, because I know some people be, like, I used to be a prude, a total prude. I would never be talking about this. What? What? But the whole time, might be doing some things in my mind, but whatever. But I do like to be transparent and authentic. Okay, so moving on. The other time that I did cry during sex, like I said, was because I could feel energetically that this person really didn't give two craps about me and what I needed to experience. It's like this person was having sex with me because they know what to do. Okay, y'all, I heard Daria. I hear my baby. She crying. She don't see me. She don't feel me. She like, what's going on? Damn, y'all. So we're going to have to come back. We're going to put a pin in this conversation. But I shall be back. You understand me? I will be back. But before I go, I wanted to tell you guys that I am offering facial readings, okay? I am asking for donations, but it's not mandatory, okay? Just send me a picture of you if you want me to do a reading for you, and I'll get to you. I'm going to tell y'all now, y'all know me. I will stop when I am tired. And if I still have more to do, I'll be letting y'all know when I'll be getting to you. But let me read the comments before I go. She already got a bottle made. All right. So Ray Shanae said, oh, this is good. Plant-based Aquila says, yes, I have experienced it before. It is rare, and I think it was just them stirring up stagnant energy in the sacral chakra, and it just hit me out of nowhere. I was releasing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You hitting some stuff already, because that's where I'm kind of going with my testimony. I definitely was still deeply energetically connected to my ex, and the fact that I was being intimate with someone else, the sadness flooded me in that moment. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And Ray Shanae said, no, girl, my sentiments exactly. I'm sad too, but my baby, I got to go see about her. I'm going to go get her, but it's too many mosquitoes and shit out here. It ain't happening. It ain't happening, guys. I know my baby going to get bit at some point in time, but I'm like, nah, it's too early. It's too early. But I really would. I promise I would. Let her talk with us. Hell, Ray, I'm telling y'all, I'm coming back. So if I don't come back out here, since she up, I'm going to just stay up in the house. But you know what? Just let me get up. Give me a minute. Hey, kitty. I wish I had a cat. But I don't. Here I come, poo-poo. Oh, here come the mommy, baby. Okay. Hey, poo-poo, mama coming. I'm coming. That's crazy. She heard my voice and now she ain't even yelling to the top of her lungs no more. Hey, mommy. Let me see. Can I turn it around? I'm not. I could, but I'm not. No, I'm going to do it. I ain't going to do it. Hey, mommy. How you doing, beautiful girl? How you doing? Now you hear mommy's voice, you know I'm here, huh? Hey, yeah, mommy, I know you here now. I'm good. I'm good now, mommy. Okay, let me turn it back around. Okay, Pookie Snooky. Hold on, y'all. Y'all might see my butt, but... Come here, mommy. What's going on over here? You ain't got no poo-poo, do you? You got any poo-poo? No poo-poo. Is you ready to eat? Is my pretty girl ready to eat? All right, you guys. So the story is about to continue, and so is the conversation. Okay, let me find me a place that I want to sit. I wish I had something to prop up my phone so I don't even have to hold it no more. We're going to find something, baby. I'm the queen of rigging some stuff up. You hear me? Okay. All right. Y'all, that candle smells so good, so I have to put it by me. Okay. That's kind of far. I ain't gonna be able to see y'all comments. All right, people. Thank y'all so much for your patience and for understanding. Look, I'm finna pick it up anyway. I'll put it down when I get hot. Ray Shanae said, hey. Okay. Actually, I'm late as hell. Hey, Claudia. You got a chance to come on. Yay. I'm so happy. Okay, so Ray played too much. She said, hell no, we won't go. Oh, this is too much. Hi, Christy Ryan. How are you? And, oh, my Lord, I think my sister is mad. I'm so sorry, Claudia. I apologize. I ain't trying to put you... I'm sorry. People know, I'm going to be quiet because I don't want you to chop me up when you get here. I just don't want you to chop me up when you get here. But I can show them the other pretty ass parts of the house. No, it don't. Okay, it's too late. Moving on. She said, not the podcatcher in the background. Okay, and then Plant-Based Tequila said she got quiet fast. I know it was just because she didn't see me, I think. Christy Ryan said, "Aw, Ifioma Morty." Hey, Regina. She said, "Aw, with all that dunk back there." Oh, Lord. Shut your mouth up, girl. Shut up. I'm the real Judy Booty or Judy with the big booty. Girl, whatever it's called. And then Plant-Based Tequila said, "You so silly, man." I mean, you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. We have a little humor around here. Crystal Clear says, "Hello, beautiful." I'm pretty sure she was talking to my baby. All right, you guys. So let's hop back into it, okay? Let's hop back into it. My mom in the other room, who knows if she might hear anything. She might be flabbergasted, clutching her pearls. But listen, okay? I am a mixture of her and my father. So, Daddy was all about speaking straight facts. Daddy spoke facts. Okay. Moving on. Mommy was diplomatic with her shit. She spoke the truth too, but she was a little more diplomatic and reserved. Oh, that's a whole other topic. But anyways, okay. So where was I? I think I had started sharing with you guys about another experience that I had, in which my partner, in my opinion, was just having sex with me for himself, and it was just out of what he knew how to do. Okay, so he knew how and where to touch a woman, and so he was just employing those things upon me. And listen, I'm not complaining about that, I don't think, but I do, to a degree I am, because when I have sex with someone, I want there to be value, and I was a person who, I was a virgin until I was 25, like on purpose. That was because I did experience a lot of sexual abuse before I was able to make my own decision about having sex. So I took my power back and I didn't have sex. Oh, look at the boogie. Look at the boogies. Look at the mommy. Look at that cutie. I'm sorry, mommy. I'm sorry. I need to hold you a little bit better. Hold on, guys. Hey, the mommy. Hey, the mommy. What do I got right here? What's going on right there? Poop, poop. Girl, I can't focus with you. I can't focus with you, mommy. Don't you fuss with your mommy while I'm trying to clean these little... Mama, your hands is in... Her hands was in her diaper. Girl, how them hands get back there? How you do that, mommy? Hold on, let me get the eye boogers out. All right. Okay, girl. Okay, so basically, I felt like the man was just performing. You know, it wasn't because he had any energetic connection to me. It wasn't because he was genuinely concerned about me, if that makes sense. And I feel like a sexual experience is heightened when you know that the person cares about you. You ready to eat, mommy? Like I said, I'm going to repeat that. A sexual experience is heightened when you know that the person cares about you, right? So I could feel that this man, even though he was supposed to be considered my husband, I knew this Negro didn't care about me. At least in that moment, it felt like, you know, because people can be different during different sexual experiences, right? Let me break that down real fast, too. This is a sidebar. Let me make sure she got a good old latch on to this. Okay, she look like she's doing good. So we can become different. We can bring different energy with sexual experiences, right? For example, you could be with a person who you know you care about and you know cares about you. But if y'all only in the mood to... Because y'all remember I'm in the house with mama now. But if you know that you're in the mood to... Then you are both in agreement that y'all want to get down and dirty and you want to do it fast and shit. Fast, but you don't, and not even just fast, but you want to be nasty with it, right? But you know that you care about the person and you know that you respect this person. It's not like you don't feel the love or you don't know that this person cares about you. And then other times, you know, you might want to play roles. And so, of course, you're going to bring a different energy depending on what your role is that you playing. Okay, so that's kind of an example of what I mean by bringing different energies. But you know when someone cares about you. And I say that because that shows up in the everyday things that this person may attempt to do or not do for you. Okay, let me look at some of y'all's comments. Okay. What did I say? What did I say, Claudia? What did I say that got you telling me what my baby name is? I know what her name is because I named her. Ugly self. Moving on. Ooh. This how I gotta hold this bottle, y'all. So this how we gonna be. I don't got my glasses on. Okay. Crying during sex. Her hand is in her diaper. Laugh out loud. Tell Grady to come get Doria. Oh, that's why Claudia said that. It's Daria. Ray, Daria, Daria. Remember, I had to hit that aura. Move it on. Girl, my mama ain't trying to get Daria. She say she done raised her cheering. She don't need, girl, bye. She might if I ask her, but I didn't ask her. Talk about tell girl. Okay. So we back. All right, so yeah, we be taking on different energies when we have sex. That's both men and women alike, right? Every now and again, you might want to be made love to. So you gonna take on a different energy than if you're ready to just go for what you know and get to the feeling that you're trying to get to. You're trying to get to that high. You're trying to get to that orgasm. You're trying to come. And so you might not have no uses for the pleasantries, if that makes sense. And everything goes in its rightful place. But I'm that person. My Venus is in Virgo, which means, one, we like to be useful. Two, we like to feel like we know a person, like our person knows us very well. I'm not saying no other sign feels that way, but we got to be good friends. Sometimes it takes, good job, mommy. You burped by yourself, girl. Look at that baby. My Pookie gonna be 3 months. 3 months. Just growing along nicely there. Girl, look at this bottle. The reason my baby didn't probably stop feeding is because the nipple had them fell down up in there. This girl probably still wants some food. Let me check. Mommy, you still want food? You still want food? She trying to sit up, so. Yes. Yes. Say, oh, yes. She looking at me like, Mommy, thank you. Okay. So, basically, like I said, with this particular man, I could tell that he just did not care about me. And with those types of connections, when the person is not genuinely concerned about you and learning how you need the D, how you take the D best, if they're not concerned, they'll hurt your ass, like really hurt you, and be really thinking that they doing something. Like, one thing I can't stand is somebody who doesn't progress in sex, okay? Especially when, let me see. Okay, so let me first describe what I mean by progression. I need the works. I need you to stare me down. I need body language and flirting. I be needing kisses. You better kiss me right, because if you kiss me right, that's talking to me. Kissing is like a good ass conversation to me. And if you talk to me right, child, listen, Linda, listen, Larry. All I'm trying to say is, if you talk to me right, that can help get us further, faster. Okay. So conversation by way of body language and your lips. Listen. That's what I be needing. I need to be revved up. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm already at a place where I'm like, I want you, I got to have you now. You know what I'm saying? And still, that's something that's based in my head. There is something that went on in my head before I even seen you or got to you. Okay? And usually that was a replay. That's usually a replay of something. But, or if I missed the person, right? But if we're just, day to day, living life, I'm going to need you to go ahead and put in that work. And for me, that's kissing all over me. That's foreplay. Okay? I also love to be talked to. I need you to talk to me. I need to hear some shit. And I don't want to just hear anything, because I can tell when a motherfucking lying. And I'm all about the truth over here. So I'm going to give y'all a very clear example. And I'll be laughing at myself. I really do. I'll be laughing at myself. Okay. So everybody knows that during sex, right, there are going to be times when the dude is going to be like, who that pussy is. Tell me that pussy. I be telling the truth even in these times. And I be like, nah, this not yours. I be trying to say it real cute and sexy too. And I don't have to try. It's just what happens, right? I be like, this not yours, it's mine. But I'm just sharing it with you. It's true. That's true. This shit ain't yours. It's mine's. And I share it with your ass. And I'm telling you that because if you don't be right in your spirits and in the way that you deal with me, guess what? You can lose this. You can lose access to this. Okay? I'm just trying to tell you. And I'm not the person who, I don't punish men, and I'm not talking about any woman who should choose to do this, okay, in her connection. But I do not punish men with sex. I don't do that. I don't feel like that's right. And it could be because, to me, I don't want you punishing me either with withholding your sex from me. Because then I'm going to be like, what's going on? Is there a problem? That's beef. That's fighting words. So no, we need to talk about this. And I'm talking about with our words. We need to talk about this, okay? Let me see what some of you guys are saying before I move forward. Hey, mommy. Y'all, mama is on the live. So much for code words. Okay, so let's see what mommy started off saying. Mommy says, the tears mean the moments being shared are at the height of sincereness of the couple, especially on your part. Mama, I do agree with that as well. Now, you'll probably have to go back and rewatch the live because I addressed another reason for tears as well. And plant-based Akila did too. So I want to hurry up and rush to what plant-based Akila said, because what inspired and sparked this particular live today was that I feel as though I experienced a releasing on yesterday. Damn, I just told my business, but I'm telling my business anyway, so whatever. So yesterday I experienced a healing event, okay? And I knew the difference. Because I was able to sit there with myself for a moment, and I was with my partner at this time. So, and he stopped because I just started crying out of nowhere. And it's happened before with him, and I couldn't express myself then because, like I told y'all before, I needed time to process it. So, but I was able to process it right then and there with him, but it's because he gives me the space to do that. So he stopped. Now, in my brain, I was like, no, don't stop because this is good. But I understood that for him, he needed to stop because he wanted to figure out what was going on with me. So we stopped. And then we got into a position, one that was very intimate still. We were very close. We were chest to chest, just kind of sitting on top of each other. I'm sitting on top of him. He's underneath me. And we're able to be still chest to chest. If y'all can fathom and imagine that, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? My legs are wrapped around his waist, and we're chest to chest and face to face. And so he's like, baby, what's wrong? And I could not talk at the time because now I'm still crying. I'm talking about deep crying, like, like those kind of cries, okay? So I'm into my cry. So he's like, okay, baby, what's wrong? He's like, what's wrong? And basically he starts to hold me the way I'm holding Daria, except just imagine that my legs is wrapped around him, okay? And he's talking to me, and he's like, what's going on? Talk to me. First of all, you already know, if I can talk to you, I'm going to explain myself. Just because I like to be understood, and I like to understand people. So I was crying for a minute, and then in between my sobbing, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. And then I found myself apologizing too, but I do know why I apologize. But you know, a lot of times us as ladies, we apologize for shit that sometimes we shouldn't even be apologizing for. But that's a whole nother sidebar. So I apologized, but I knew why I was apologizing. I apologize because I stopped the flow of our session. We call them sessions, okay? So that's the only reason why I apologize. But, and I think I apologize because I didn't want him to think that there was really anything he was doing wrong, because he wasn't, okay? It's clearly he was actually doing a lot of things right. My crying comes from the fact that I can tell, one, that this dude cares about me. We got our issues. Listen, I don't sugarcoat shit. We definitely have our issues. I stay breaking up with him like every other week. And this is not to be funny. That's not even to be proud of, because I'm not necessarily proud of the shit. But, you know, we all have our shadow side and our light side. And the shadow side be like, bruh, I'm not going to put up with you. But then the light that I see in him, I'll be like, listen, if we can get that shadow side under control, we might be able to go somewhere, you know? Because I'm working on my dark side all the time, period. And when I say working, I mean, when I see something is wrong in what I do, then I'm going to actively do my best to change that shit, period. Whether it's friends, family, or romantic partner. Now, some shit take longer than others because it's deeper ingrained in us, but that's a whole nother topic. I digress. But I'm just talking about how our demons, you know, play into our relationships and our traumas as well. Okay. I notice a lot of times my dude acts out of his trauma. Just like I act out of my trauma. Everybody around here acting out of their trauma sometimes, okay? And it takes us being connected, sometimes energetically like this, to stick it out and put in the effort and the work, okay? But I be letting him know, look, sir, okay, ain't no deed that good that will make me stick with your ass if I don't see no progress. I'm going to tell you that now. I said it. And I meant it, okay? So we're talking. He's asking me what's going on. And so in between my sobs, I'm like, I don't know, no. And then I start to think about it because he's still asking me, you know, trying to ask to figure out what's going on. So I'm like, I think that it's just been a lot of pain. And I think that This is really what's happening here, guys. And I think that I'm crying because of all of it. All of it. He's like, okay, get it out, baby. And then I do this ugly cry, y'all, but it was from my soul. You know what I'm saying? It was like releasing all the hurt and the pain. And I was like, I think that I thought that I was over some of this stuff, but I wasn't. And it's coming up like right now. Right now. So he's like, okay, baby, well, release it, feel everything. He was feel it all. First of all, thank you for giving me permission, baby, but clearly that's already in the works. It's happening. Okay, guys, this was happening here, and I could not stop the shit. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So he's like, so basically, this was me releasing a whole lot of shit from people that didn't have shit to do with his ass. It was the other man before him, or it was the other connections and experiences before him. Okay, but it was our connection. And his D matched with my P, okay, that helped release this, that helped move it around, just like what plant-based Akila was talking about. Now, on to what my mama was mentioning. I have had that moment of sincereness and pureness during sex that she was talking about, and I have cried for that reason too, and I've experienced that with him as well. So, oh, you about to cry, mommy? What's going on, poo-poo? What's going on? You want some more food? Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm going to look at the comments in a moment, okay? Let me check Daria out. Then I'm going to come back, look at the comments, see what's going on. What's the matter, my love? Say, mommy, I just want you to talk to me. Usually you be talking to me. You don't be talking to these people. And I don't know. You so goofy. And I don't know how I feel about you not talking to me. Let me turn my Pookie Snick around. Let me turn my beautiful baby around. It don't mommy. It don't mommy. It don't mommy. She's sitting in the seat of all of her cousins. Okay, let me look at the comments. Please excuse my faces because I'm gonna be like looking retarded, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, yeah. So mama has said the tears mean the moments being shared are at the height of sincereness of the couple, especially on your part. Yes, that's facts. Ifioma says yes, because you will put yourself in a spiritual entanglement by verbally giving him rights. This is also facts. Plant-based tequila says my mama be she said my mama be surprising me on my lives too. And then Geneva Armstrong says, yes, I have cried during sex plenty of times. My first time, and I'm still married. Okay, cool. Geneva Armstrong says, oh, I've cried for that too. Okay, cool. Plant-based tequila says he hit that eject button. Child, let's talk about the eject button. To me, that's when I know that I'm coming, and I'm coming hard. Usually at that point, when he got to get up out of there, that it be water. Pow, get out. I don't mean to, because it be feeling so good, but I mean, spirit be knowing what needs to happen. They be like, hey, give it a break. So he get out of there, and we rest a little bit, and then he get right back up in there again, and I'd be like, you better come on. But anyway, sorry guys, that's a whole nother topic. Moving on. Plant-based tequila says that energy was ejected immediately. It's so startling and uncontrollable when it happens. And Christina Ariel has hearts with arrows. Okay, so I know what plant-based tequila was talking about. Like basically, when I cried the way that I cried, and it caused my boo thing to go ahead and step outside. Now he just stopped. I don't feel like that time it was the eject button. I feel like he just was like, what the hell is going on? And he knows that I'm really sensitive. So, I think he just wanted to be sure that I was okay and that he wasn't the culprit, if that makes sense. Look at my baby. I think she's trying to tell me she want this biter, because it look like she's trying to go that way. So let me turn her around. You want the biter, mommy? You want the biter? Give me a moment. Lean back. You ready? You want the biter? I don't really think she want this because she don't want this. I thank you. I'll be knowing what I'm talking. She don't want that. It was the look on her face for me. She was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll sit here. Get out. I can't even fake with you, Mom. I can't even fake with you, Mama. Okay. And Plant Basically says, no, I mean his energy and the sex hit the eject button on those pent up emotions and they were immediately expelled. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for making that clear. So yeah, so I hope that I was clear about the fact that the womb healing that I experienced. Now that was recent, but I've experienced it before with him. And let me tell you another thing. I've noticed that I've experienced it with him at least twice. And I feel like I've experienced it with him because he is a nurturer. He has like a nurturing energy about him when he's not being an a-hole. When he's not being an a-hole, he has a very sensitive, nurturing spirit about him. Now, that's what attracted me to him initially. So I say that to say that he gives me the space to be my whole self. Both my little strong ass self and my very sensitive self to energy because it just happens. I'm a crybaby. When I'm pissed, I cry. When I'm happy and excited, I cry. Of course, when I am sad and I am hurt, I cry for the most part, but it's not always like that. Okay. Sometimes my mugs show everything, but when I'm vulnerable, like it's tears that are going to come. Okay. And also I get to be vulnerable with him. To be quite honest, I'm vulnerable with every partner that I've been with. I don't hide me. And it's been times where I've had girlfriends and my girlfriends be like, see, you don't need to be like that. You need to toughen up. And my dad, in my opinion, tried to toughen me up, but it's not in my nature like that. And I feel that I am protected of source. I'm protected of spirit for being my true, honest, vulnerable self. Now, there are people who are unappreciative of my vulnerability, and there are people who don't know what to do with it. And so, and there are those who are predators because of it. But I thank God I've been protected. And not only have I been protected, in my opinion, I've also been rewarded. I get a lot of things that I pray for, a lot of things that I manifest because of the pureness, because of the vulnerability. Period. So, oh, somebody look like they getting excited. What you getting excited for, girl? You don't know what mama talking about, girl, or do you? Anyway, so I hope I talked about the healing part. I feel like this was a beautiful experience for me. That's number one. It was beautiful. And especially when I was able to recall like all the reasons, and when I was able to kind of express even verbally what I was feeling at that time. That's a blessing to be able to have. And I was really grateful for that experience. Because you know us ladies, we know when we can be vulnerable with someone. We can feel it. We can feel it. And there are some people that you kind of hold back certain parts of yourself from because you are led to energetically. And usually it's because you don't trust them with that energy. We are extremely powerful. I don't even want to keep on going into that. But yeah, one of my friends who had got on that post, the one that I initially wrote about this before I did the live, she was like, so basically that's a fancy way of saying that you had got some good dick. Oh, sorry, mama, that you got some good D. And that's facts, but it wasn't just because the D was good. It was not just because the D was good. I promise to God it wasn't that. It was the energy behind the D. It was the fact that I know that this man cares about my black ass. That was also important. Okay, it was his sincerity. It was the fact that this Negro makes sure that I'm good. In him making sure that I'm good, he's pleased. So that's me. That's like me. So that was beautiful. Like, it's like, for me, I feel like I'm getting back what I put out. And I don't mean like all just sexually, because I haven't been just everywhere sexually, but my point still remains. Even if I've only had one other partner before this man, if I gave to that other partner and maybe it wasn't reciprocated, this is to me Spirit's way of giving it back to me. What? Karma, reaping and sowing. This is what happens. So now this is my opportunity to reap what I put out there into the universe, even by way of sexual activity. I know one thing: sexual activity is highly spiritual, and it's highly significant and important. Okay, it can heal. It can heal. Well, mommy, if you're gonna come in while I'm on the live and you're listening to the live, you should probably cut it down a little. Thank you, mama. Mama say, I'm minding my business. Girl, you quit that. She said, you are my business. That's facts. Facts. Okay, let's see. Christina said, beautiful. Regina said, oh, let's look at what mama said. Regina said, believe me, your business isn't ever as private as we think it is. Facts, mama. And if he was the female part of the relationship, tears would come forth as well. When God is supporting this couple, it sometimes feels very intimidating to continue. Yeah, but onward should be y'all's attitude. Every relationship is developing to fit the growing pains you all are going through. This will clear up in time, only to return again and again and again. Hey, sex is fun like that. Get my drift? This is work, y'all, but this is our life together. This too shall pass. You better speak, ma. Better speak. Shit. So, oh shoot. Sometimes I don't like to hear what my mom be saying, but it be facts. Proven and tested over time. Christina said, beautiful. Christina was like, yes. And Christina also says, say that. Christina says, your frequency match. Yeah, I agree with that, Christina. And I think that's been such a beautiful and liberating thing in our connection. Like I said, it's not all peaches and cream. I would be lying to you if I said that. But I know one thing, when it comes to, like, he's already nurturing to me before the bedroom. Okay. But once we get down in that place, it is definitely about me. And it's not like he always let me know that he not doing what he do for me. Like, okay, it's weird. He likes to give me pleasure, but it is his pleasure. And it brings him so much pleasure to do that for me. So he's still selfish, right? Because he's trying to make sure I feel good so that he can feel good. But that's facts. And that's the way that I honestly was. I like for the other person to feel great because it made me feel good to make you feel good. So now I'm getting someone who's giving that back to me. That's a blessing. My mama just said that was my daddy too. And let me tell you, I have gotten so much, like during meditation and even during watching other people who I trust doing readings, they told me that I was going to be in a twin flame connection and it was going to be like that of my mother and father's. And I see that with me and this man all the time. It's annoying most times. I'd be like, well, it's really only annoying with the things that I see as negatives. With the things that I see as negative, that's what makes it annoying. However, the beautiful parts of this connection, they are just that. They are absolutely beautiful. But one thing the Spirit had to remind me of is you cannot have the beauty without the ugly. It's duality. You can't have the night without the day. So, I have to remind myself of that because I be thinking that I don't think it's always supposed to be good, but I'll be like, listen, some of this nice stuff, some of this nice stuff make me want to be like, sayonara. Like, I want all of my peace, sir. I don't want to deal with this with you. But at the same time, there's so much beauty that comes with this connection. And I feel like this is where the healing comes in. This is what the healing is necessary for. This is what it's for. It's not always beautiful at the beginning. It be hell sometimes. But if you can make it through that part, then, and that's not for every connection. So I don't want that to be this theme where people think they got to go through hell and shit all the time because they don't. Excuse me. I'm sorry, mama. Dang it. It happened so fast. I don't want people to think that they have to experience this stuff like pain and stuff all the time at the beginning. Like, I believe that there are boundaries and I believe that there is progress. And if there's no progress and I'm gonna keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again with like no sign of change, like nowhere, that's not, I feel like that's you gotta know when to let it go. And I feel like that's a beautiful thing about spirit and intuition. I think that spirit shows us when we need to let it go. And also a beautiful thing is if we are not sure when to let it go, but we are talking to source and we're talking to spirit and we're asking for assistance, guess what will happen? They'll allow what I call the tower moment to happen in our lives. So that means that they will allow situations and circumstances to come in and wipe that out. And that's mercy. That's grace on our behalf, whether we understand that or not, whether we feel like we were ready to let something go or someone go or not. When that tower comes, it was for a reason. It's protection and it's redirection, and that's facts. So I appreciate the tower moments. I really, really do. But I also know now that you can't have the good without the bad. It's just not the way that this plane is set up. But the beautiful thing is when you make it through the bad, if there is progress, when there is transformation and change in the relationship, that's when you get the beauty for ashes. That's when you get the beauty of the connection. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to leave off on this note, and then I'm going to be reading comments. I remember growing up at the age of 10, I saw my parents' connection. I first saw the love that was there and the attraction. My parents had chemistry up until the day my father passed away. Like, they were still getting it on up until daddy got sick and died. Like, man was still putting it down. Mama was still getting it. I know this. We all know. Okay. We used to laugh and we used to joke about it. Yeah. Because our parents would get it on. Okay. Okay. And we used to hear it and we used to be snickering or we used to be like, When I got older, I was like, or not even when I got older, I was 10 and I was still saying how I secretly felt like I wanted something like that. I prayed for a relationship like that of my parents. However, I did not really know what I was praying for because all I saw was the glory. All I saw was the spittenness that they had, the friendship that they had with each other. Well, I'm lying. I got to see some of the ugly parts of the connection too, and those were the parts that I feel like I used to pray against. But like I said, now I understand that you can't get the beauty without the ugliness, right? And the beauty is so much more appreciated when you have come through the ugly. But notice I said come through. To me, that's the difference. I prayed for a connection like that of my parents. And now I feel like I'm getting to experience it, but I'm getting to experience that part that I felt like I didn't want to. Because I feel like it's how it goes. Oh, poo. You want my, oh, baby, I'm sorry. I'm glad that didn't hurt you. I know, she sure didn't. It don't mind me. It don't mind me. Oh, and let's talk about, one day I'm going to talk about sex magic, you guys, because listen, we manifest through sex, whether you were paying attention to the fact that you manifested some things through sex or not. We manifest through sex. So if I were you, I'd be very intentional, very careful, obviously, about who we partner and shit with. See, that's the thing about Virgos, though. That's where I wanted to go when I talked about that for a moment. We are very selective people, and especially with who we share our energy with. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, we be giving it to people, too, or whatever. We have our moments where we have our host strolls, as I like to call them. But we are very, very selective with who we give our energy to, period, but especially with sex. Okay? So, what I wanted to say was, because we manifest all the time, y'all, we can literally use the times that we're having sex as manifestation tools. I would highly recommend this for those who consider themselves married or even committed, you know, because everybody don't marry in a traditional sense, but some of you marry by having children with someone. Some of you marry by deciding that, hey, we want to be together no matter what. So if y'all got plans, and if y'all want to do things in this earth, y'all better learn how to use the tool of sex to get what it is that you desire. Because guess what? You manifest in one way or the other. And what I want to go on record saying is a lot of us have manifested chaos in our lives because of the way we have sex or who we have sex with, or even the intentions while we're having sex, where our mind is while we're having sex. Some people's mind don't even be with their partner. Some people's mind don't even be on the connection itself. It be everywhere else. Okay? And so everywhere your mind was, you might see some of the same things that you was thinking about, some of the feelings that you might have had. You might see that shit really play. You might see that stuff really play out in your life. You mad at the mommy for bothering you. You said, I bother you, poo-poo. And a mommy. I love her. Okay, let's look at some of the comments. Y'all, but basically, I'm done for now. I'm done until we come again, okay? So Dominique Edwards says, I had this experience with a guy I've been seeing for about 3 years now. No relationship. We just have an understanding. And when I cry, that's a relationship, sis. But I know what you mean when you say no relationship. You mean there's been no conversation where it's like, okay, it's exclusive. But that is in and of itself, bare minimum, a relationship. Relationship is people relating to one another. Anyways, we just have an understanding. And when I cried, he stopped and held on to me and confirming that it's okay. I got you. I haven't spoken to him since because I'm so open and vulnerable with him. It's uncomfortable for some reason, even though he truly has my best interest. Girl, you know what? Oh, poo-poo, what's the matter? I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to leave. I think I'm lying, so I don't want to. I need to not say that. Don't say that. Here we go, poo-poo. She ready to eat again. That's all. I feel like it's uncomfortable because it's not something that you're used to. And also, not even just you, like this society has taken away, it's taken away that vulnerability. There's a scripture in the Bible that I absolutely love, and I feel like it's what will come to pass with those who, and I don't know for sure, this is just my theory, okay? I feel like there's a scripture about Adam and Eve when they were in the garden originally before they experienced, other upsets in the garden, right? There's a scripture that says that they were naked and they were unashamed. I feel like the nakedness that they experienced, it wasn't just the physical nakedness. It was the fact that they could really feel and understand each other. They knew each other in and out, through and through, and they were accepted of the other person, okay? That's what naked and unashamed means to me. For us right now, we are experiencing the being naked, but we are ashamed. So that's that uncomfortable feeling that you have, even though this person isn't giving you a reason to feel this way. This could be coming from, just previous partners or just your own personal issues with intimacy. And I'm not trying to say you got issues because I don't know you like that. I'm just putting it out there. Is it okay, poo-poo? I'm just putting it out there that it's possible. I know that you said that you guys weren't in a relationship as far as a committed connection, but if I were you, I would deal with that energy first and foremost and see if that's something that you want to continue on with, because if this person does genuinely have your best interest at heart, if they're not clowning you or making you feel, hold on, sorry, mommy. If they're not making you feel bad, is it too much coming out, mommy? Here I come. If they don't make you feel bad, that's a beautiful connection to have because it's rare. It's rare. You don't get that all the time. Oh, I know what's going on now, mommy. You're booing to the second power. I'm going to let you do that. All right. So, girl, you better talk to that young man. Don't you leave him high and dry like that. You know what? As a survivor, and I do say this, as a survivor of sexual abuse, I remember when I used to feel like somebody was able to get close to me like that, I definitely ran. I ran because, and even before they knew that I ran, you can run because somebody is pure. You can run because you can sense that pureness and that openness and that you can be free with them. But that scares you because those types of people you being free with, if they hurt you, it's some of the worst type of pain. And a lot of us don't want to experience that. So we run thinking we're going to protect ourselves, and you run right into motherfuckers who don't care. But it is what it is. It's a learning experience. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. I don't ever want people to think that they can't tell me stuff. But I just wanted to say that. Don't be shamed, girl. Don't be shamed. I'm coming. Don't be rushing me. You the one that was acting like you ain't, like it was coming out too fast for you. I think it's because you got a couple things going on, dear. Mommy, you don't know what you're doing with this bottle, so it would be nice if you just let me help you. Y'all, she trying to hold the bottle and stuff now, and she sometimes do okay, but then other times she push it out her mouth. And she don't be ready to push it out her mouth. But she get mad at me. Sis, I'm trying to help you here. She's so cute. Okay, guys. I bet I've been on here for about an hour. I'm going to go ahead and get off. Thank you so much for those who joined in the conversation with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do want to throw it out there that I do offer spiritual coaching, you guys. This is for people who might want to sharpen their own spiritual gifts. Go to theprettycoach.com. I also love to work with other sexual abuse survivors because we not victims. Okay. And I like to help them get out of the victim mentality because I was there before. And listen, I'm going to tell you, that's a terrible place to be. Your life will be literally effed up if you continue to be in a victim mindset. So if this is something that you'd like to work through, hit me up for that reason. Okay. And I'm also, I've noticed that there are ladies who I can tell or I can discern that they've been, they've experienced something like that because we have issues in our relationships, or with the type of men that we tend to attract. Okay. And a lot of times, because we truly desire to be in a connection, we oftentimes don't have really good boundaries on who to let into our energy and who not to. So this is something that I also encourage, because that's what a coach is. I don't have all the answers, but I still take up my time, my energy. And with me being a reader and a medium of spirit, I also consort with spirit to figure out what would be the best plan of action for you. So if this is something that you might be interested in experiencing and going through with someone who's also been through the shit, hit me up. Go to theprettycoach.com. For those of you who know that I do tarot and oracle readings, and you're looking for something, I do readings when it comes to moving, and just all manner of things, general readings for career, spiritual readings as well, to talk about what your spiritual gifts are. I do natal chart readings, which is so important. I wish people would get more natal chart readings because, if you ever concerned about your purpose, if you've ever wondered about it, it's in your chart. It's in your chart. But anyway, I digress. You can go to theprettycoachoracles.com or it's prettycoachoracles.com for that. Check me out, okay? And then I'll be offering stuff on here all the time. So without further ado, little Daria and I bid you adieu, whatever that means. We leaving, y'all. We leaving. Thank you so much. Let's see if anybody else said anything before we go. Shalom, I am light says, I manifested $2,000 in 20 minutes in Vegas. We intended it during sex. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. Shalom. Hey, we can talk about that experience. I want to talk about that with you some more. But anyway, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace, love, light, and darkness. Yes, that darkness, that ugliness. Yeah, which works. Oh, poo-poo. Which works to bring balance and harmony first within ourselves and then within our world. Okay, y'all. Bye, you guys. Bye, bye, bye. Lunar Eclipse says, peace. Oh, hi, baby. And bye, baby.